All versions of the ACC9 can be found at the aircadetleague.com/library/forums website. So the next thing we're going to look at is the two budget tools that are available in the ACC9. Those are the Budget Tracker and the Budget Estimator. The Budget Tracker is used to actually look at your real expenses against what you've budgeted in each category. The Budget Estimator is at the end of the year when your ACC9 is completed, you can look at what was actually budgeted for against what has actually been spent and then put in a proposed budget for the next year. So let's start with the Budget Tracker. So we go to the main menu and under Tools we pick Budget Tracker. So the Budget Tracker is, basically exactly what it states it is. In the column saying budget this year is where you would input your budget items. Okay, here are some examples as I scroll down. So in Trivia Night, they've estimated a budget of $8,000 and the actual for the year was $420. And we can see as an income item, it came up short $7,580. So we go through the various category items and set up all those budgets, and this is a way of tracking, did we underestimate our budget, did we overestimate our budget, or did we not even budget for something? This also goes for expense items. So in this case, the office and admin supplies was budgeted for $500 and they only spent $79. So it was over budgeted by $420 as an expense item. Simple enough though is you would take that budget that you would work out as a group with the CO at the beginning of your training year, take the budget, input it into the budget this year column, and then track it. So during the year, you want to review your budget, you can come here and review and see if did we budget right, did we budget too much, did we budget too little. And this tool, makes this job very easy to go. The next is actually looking at the budget for next year, or the budget estimator. Now in this case, it works the same idea in that it looks at what did you budget and what have you spent for each line item or each category. And then when you sit down as a group at the beginning of your training year, you can actually say, oh, well, for this line item, we budgeted $8,500. The real was $11,467. So next year, let's budget for $11,000. And again, you would do this for all your income items and your expense items. And you'll notice in the upper right corner is a budget tracker, which will look at what you've budgeted in your revenues against what you've budgeted in your expenses and come back with whether it is a balanced budget or is not a balanced budget. The last part of the budget estimator is the calculation of the total cost per cadet for fundraising and the total cost per cadet for running the squadron. Now, once you have actually filled in your proposed budget, which is the last column here, and you've gone through it, it's been ratified and everybody's happy with it, you can scroll to the bottom of the page. And back when we did the data setup, we actually put in how many cadets were in the squadron. And as you can see here, we put in for 100 cadets. So once you have your proposed budget put in, it will estimate the funding required through fundraising and what does that mean per cadet for fundraising. It will also show the total revenue required, and that breaks down to the total cost per cadet to run the squadron. Now these numbers are very handy to have because we can show the parents or the guardians of our cadets what it costs to run this squadron for each cadet. Thank you.